Hey everybody, welcome to stream. Hiya Aya, hey Killer, hi Lost, thank you for lurking. Guys, go check out Killer. Aya, thank you for doing the shout out, appreciate it, you're amazing. I'm gonna give you a big hug. Anyway, we got a lot done last time. Chris, Council, however you say, blah blah blah. How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sneaks in at the back. Shadow, what's going on? What's going on? Love you guys, welcome to chat. Thank you for shouting out Lost. Guys, go check out Lost as well. Lost and Killer both stream. They're on our community SMP. They play other games. They're just, you know, in general, just good people. So go give them some love. Yakuza desk slam. Cheers, everybody. So, when last we left our colony, we had moved, what do you call this? Maybe like a third, almost half of the map of magma over here. This magma tank should last us a good fucking long while. Even though the petroleum boiler is not working at full efficiency because I think if we deleted that tile and that tile, this thing would be working perfectly. I think there's just not enough getting in there. Say this isn't my day for anything today. Just breathe, Killer. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Life is a highway, is how the song goes, right? All right, 35 tiles. We need to get a rocket into space today, or I'm going to lose my fucking shit. So 35 tiles puts us right there. The tallest rocket is going to be 35 tiles tall, and we don't have to worry about... what the fuck is it called? Meteors, because there are no meteors on this planet. So that means we can go right up against it, right? Which is good because we got a small map. It's not life; it's more sick than life. Oh, you're getting you got the old bugs going on. Okay. So like legit, we just got to put the rocket platform at this level. All right. We don't need to let... the other thing is like, we got to find a proper sand loop, because we just do not... I was looking at this before stream. We're dirt positive, so I don't know how we're going to cook sand to 326 degrees without using the magma. That's a whole thing, right? So I've been looking through here trying to figure out what we could do other than crushing rock, and Dash Assault Vine is usually my preferred way to do it, because if you wild plant them, you get salt, and the salt can be crushed into sand. Yes, he is. You want to come say hi to everybody?
Come say hi.
This is the baby. Are you mad? Tell everybody about it. Tell everybody why you're mad. Tell them all why you're mad. This is Tachyon. He's a baby. Not really. He's going to be 3. He's going to be 3 in April. Won't you, bud? I love this kitty. He's a good boy. What do you want, Bubs? Hey, it's stream time. We know it's stream time. So, how do we get sand, guys? How do we get sand? I mean, crushing insulate, that's like... First off, we'd have to go get insulate. Ceramic is like this weird loop, because I think you turn 100 kilos of sand into 100 kilos of clay, then you combine that with refined carbon and turn that into... Wait, actually, how does that work? All right, so... you can cook... Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, so 100 kilos of clay plus 25 kilos of... Hey, please. Tachyon. Hey, buddy. Let's not do that. Cat butt. All right, we're going to stay in the lap, buddy. We're going to stay right here. So does anybody have any thoughts on like a sand positive process here? Like, we got excess phosphorite. Is there any way we can loop phosphorite into sand? Yeah, let's just do a little research while we're here. Let's see how we can make this a thing. We don't need glass at the moment. I think cooking dirt is like our main way of doing it. Like I said, I just don't know how to do that. Maybe if we could get into space and get ourselves some niobium and thermium, we could use that to cook dirt. How much dirt do we have? 105 tons, and that's going up every day. Okay. All right, we'll keep an eye on the sand. It's at 93 tons. The time it took us to move that lava, I think we went through something like 30 tons. So, unless we cook it a different way. Anyway, if anybody has any ideas, let me know. Anybody who plays this game on the regular. Okay, something I did notice when I logged on here, these guys are not shipping their stuff, and it's because we don't have the rails here set up correctly. So we're going to do a quick snip on that. We're going to grab this bridge. Yeah, that'll do. You want a bridge on, otherwise it won't work going straight through the outputs. So that'll fix that problem. Don't know why I forgot to do that there, but that should make that work. Also, we don't need these down here anymore. We used up all the ice. You know what? Never mind. We'll leave them down here. If we get more ice, we'll send it down. I did a little math before stream. I think we're consuming more, even with just the wild planted ones, than we're producing theoretically. When we kick on the ethanol distilleries, we get a lot. Tachyon, stop. Hey. I gotta start keeping toys on the desk. Okay. Okay, we need to get a data rocket into space, and then I want to tame up this sulfur geyser. Can we crush sulfur into sand somehow? Is there like a sulfur loop? Grub fruit, sucrose, and mud. Can sucrose get turned into sand any which way? We can make mud out of it. God. Mud makes dirt, and we could cook dirt in the sand. Frustrating. I might end up just looking something up. Anyway, let's get into rocketry. We need to get some rockets going here. Rocket platform. I think we got to make these out of steel, right? If we really want to like have some go-to. Now, eventually, the research rocket, it's not important that it's at the right level, like if we put it there. But eventually, we'll redo this whole thing. So I want this rocket to be here. That's 36, so we could go one up from there, like up here, right? So if we leave that there, and we go from here, that's 35. Maybe we should leave the extra... No, it's fine. It's fine. So now the issue with this is we've got rocket exhaust. And we got to figure out how to deal with that in a reasonable way. The rocket will probably melt normal tiles, so we'd have to go with either obsidian or bunker tiles. But for now, it probably doesn't matter too much. And also, I've seen people do things, because it goes, I think, 9 tiles down. So I've seen people do, like, You know, little things like this. But not really my style. We need to build some sort of thing. Rocket exhaust, put it next to the orphanage. Right? It's been a little while since I've done rockets, guys, so we're going to do a little thinking this time. This is going to be the exact opposite of last stream. Instead of running it on fast and just zoning out on the ants running around on the ant farm, we're going to be doing things just a little different. Bunker tiles. How much does a bunker tile cost? 100. So if we were to like bunker tile, it has been a long time since I've done rockets. All right, let's start getting it built. We're going to make these out of obsidian. I think we make bunker tiles there because they won't melt. And we might need to do insulated underneath. I don't know, guys. We'll figure it out. Like I said, I'm not the biggest. I'm not as good with rockets as other things. There's a lot of stuff that I'm good with. Rockets is not one of the big ones for me. I do love that this thing is just working now. Eventually we'll decommission this whole thing, but we've got a lot of material to go through. I'm not even sure what we're going to do with all that abyssalite, because it doesn't, the abyssalite doesn't really matter. In fact, I mean, that's 909C. I don't know. It exchanges temperature extremely slowly, to the point of, like, you can't even really tell. But now this thing is another thing that we've got to figure out what to do with. I don't think sulfur can turn into solid tiles. So I think all we really have to do is put like a chill plate of sorts, like right in here or something like that. So what I'm thinking, right? We've got this rocketry program that's going to go up here. I mean, we're probably not going to have more than, like, probably 3 rockets tops. Maybe not even. I don't know. We might get into a whole, like, mining expedition thing. But I feel like by the time we're mass mining space, we'll have used enough of this magma that we could just go straight across the whole top. That being said, we're going to need some sort of... What do you call it? We're going to need some sort of setup to do liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen. First, starting off with liquid oxygen for an oxidizer. We're not going to run a petroleum ship here. I don't think. Joe Cares, raiding in with a party of 2. Hi, guys. Welcome in, Joe Care. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Nethercloud. I stream noon to 6, Monday through Saturday. Today, we're doing some Oxygen Not Included. Guys, go check out Joe Care. Wonderful, wonderful person, and is also into Oxygen Not Included. How are you guys? What's up? Cheers, a cup of coffee. We're building some stuff. We're gonna get into space, one way or the other. God damn it. So what I think we got to do, to make this whole thing work. Do mechanized airlocks have an overheat temperature? I don't think they do. No, they don't. So we're going to end up putting a mechanized airlock probably like here, and then building a little bit of a wall up here. That way any of the exhaust from the rocket goes into space. That's going to have to be how we do this. But I'm going to let them get this built over here. We'll get the rocket stand. We'll put together our rocket, put in a little ladder system, and we'll go from there. because I want to get our researcher into space. It also means we're probably going to have to do a little bit of math. Like 30, 60, 310, 340, 370, plus 250, another 400, another 250, 30. We're talking about like, what, like 2,000 data disks, something like that? We're going to have to make a lot of data disks, which is fine. Data banks. 5 kilos of plastic into an orbital data collection. I mean, these data miners we could theoretically do from the new Bionic update, but I don't know. Should we do that? Should we go up into space and do research for the data miner and then just come back down? You know, we could go up into space with an orbital data collection lab and then build the data miner. I mean, I think the data miner works slower. I think we're better off just running it classic style and just, well, not classic style, like spaced out style, and putting a rocket in space to do it. I mean, all we'll have to do is load up a fucking boatload of plastic, you know, 5 kilos times, probably need about 2,000 data banks, something like that, maybe a little more. Let's say 2,500 data banks just to be safe. Times 5 kilos, we're going to need 12.5 tons of plastic. We have 358 tons. I mean, fuck, I'll put 25 tons of plastic on the goddamn thing. Happy New Year! Jesus, I don't even think about that stuff. I do not really celebrate holidays and stuff in general. Not that I hate them. I'm not like a Scrooge about it or anything, but I always forget they even exist. So, Happy New Year to everybody out there. It is the 2nd. My birthday's in 19 days. Very much looking forward to hanging out with some friends. Time is a weird soup. Agreed, Aya. Absolutely. All right, we're gonna do something dumb, but it's gonna be a thing, right? We're gonna go under here. Like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab obsidian insulated tiles and just kind of boop that along like that. We don't really need to... I mean, that'll get cooked, but... Let's do that. We'll put that there, and we'll just brick in this side a little bit. Because, you know, that's what I like to do. Just do a little one of those. Soup. You're a weird soup. How you doing, Casually Vintage? What's going on? Default Bionic downtime. Good. You do your thing, Bionic dupes. 89 tons of obsidian over here. I really should just build a rail that goes all the way down to main storage for this, but... I can't be bothered. There's so many other things we need to get done. Okay. You know, let's go on a little adventure into Google Land together. Let's go for oxygen not included. Dirt cooker for sand. Help with cooking dirt into sand. Let's check this shit out. So I'd like to automate completely a process that turns dirt into sand. Why would you want to turn dirt? Shut up. Why ask why, dumbass? He asked for help. Sand production is pointless and need a lot of glass and breaking rocks. And if it's like me, want to get rid of all the resources on the asteroid, yes, it's slow, but possible easier. Okay. I'm sorry, I forgot that the process must be automatic. Build this and put a temp shift plate near the dirt. How goes the war on lava? The hottest soup? The war on lava has been won. We moved everything from over here over to here, and we created room for activities. So we're gonna build a rocket. We're gonna get a tamer on the on Steve over here, which is a sulfur vent. And we're going to start putting in infrastructure for our eventual liquid oxidizer tanks. Yeah, we uncovered Steve. We've got plenty of oxalate, so our first rocket is going to probably be using a solid oxidizer. And we'll have the dupes bring up the oxalate from down here, which we have 232 tons of oxalate because we've just been producing it non-stop and using it as a backup oxygen source. Let's choose a blueprint. I want Dash Assault Vine more than anything in the fucking world. We have 2 chlorine vents on the other channel, on the other planet, so... Yeah, so so sage hatches and poke shells is our best bet, which is fine. Yeah, we got plenty of polluted dirt. It's kind of like what I knew, but I don't like... Oh, you know what? I've never ranched poke shells before. Maybe we should ranch poke shells. I've always just run them as, like, wild, but we only have 1. Alright, what do we do with poke shells? They take 70 kilos of polluted dirt and turn it into 35 kilos of sand. 70 kilos of rot, 35 kilos of sand. Alright, so I think we gotta ranch poke shells, guys. I mean, we have a poke shell down here. And we have plenty of ranchers. I mean, the other option, other than finding a loop for sand, is to find a way to not have to... Like, we could cook the polluted water instead. But that's a whole thing, right? Like, we need to be generating enough extra heat to be able to cook the water. Focus, Nether. Get the data rocket into space, then we can fuck around with other shit. So, like... I've got an idea. We'll play with that in a minute. Because if we can eliminate this water sieve, not only do we not need as much sand, because this thing is just tearing through sand left and right. It's just running constantly. We've got enough sand to run our toilets for fucking ever, but this thing is just going nuts. So what I'm thinking is rather than use sand to filter it, we should set these to only turn on if the temperature in here gets above like 180 degrees. And then we should flow limit the polluted water to 1 kilo a second and send it through here. Although, how much are we outputting? 750 grams. So that's not going to work. We'd have to packet limit 750 times 5 is 3.75. So we'd need to run 4 pipes that are packet limited. That's doable, though. Oh boy, more piping. They're still building up here. I haven't lost track. I'm just, you know, while they're doing that, we can think about stuff. So, let's say we were to grab a valve, right? We could fit 1, 2, 3, 4 valves here. And run 1 kilo packets up. I want to do that. Alright. I'm gonna queue this up to be built, but we're gonna put the priority up here at a 6. This has all got to get built first. But I do want to queue up to build down here because I think this might work and that will alleviate a lot of stress on our sand. What we're gonna do, we're gonna leave this pipe in place for now. We're gonna bring this over here and we're gonna put in a bridge to jump up there. More convoluted piping. That would go like that. And then we get radiant pipe. Copper? You know, I keep saving the gold amalgam. No, let's do some gold amalgam. Let's do 25 batches of gold amalgam, and we'll run gold amalgam pipes. And then we'll throw in some automation here. Where, though? This is going to be where it's running the hottest, right? Because we're running this aqua tuner more than anything. So that's where we're going to want to... Yeah. So let's do a thermosensor over there. Need that to be... It doesn't really need to be out of anything. Thermosensors don't have an overheat value. So we're going to put a thermosensor there. And then we're going to run an automation wire, and this is going to be tricky. Let's run it everywhere that's not these things first. Like that. And then once this is actually installed, and we're sending a green signal, then we can connect them one at a time. That way we don't ever fuck things up. Oh, okay, right. They're building because only really one person can build, one or two people can build up here at a time because of the way this is set up. Actually, that's fine. That's fine. When in doubt, get creative. If it's above, let's go 180. Yeah. The steam turbines, once you hit 200 degrees, you start losing. Yeah, now they're fuck around right now with what you need, so later you can find out. Yeah. Always. We are going to fuck around and find out. We've got so much. You know what we got to do also? That's got to get off. We need to start stockpiling sleet wheat so we can make berry sludge and sweet berry pie, mixed berry pie. So let me explain. Things can state change inside of pipes, like they can freeze or boil inside of a pipe, and it'll break the pipe. So if we run a full 10 kilos into a pipe into this room and it gets to boiling, it'll burst the pipe. But things that are 1 kilo or less in pipes cannot state change. So if we run 1 kilo packets through here, as long as it hits boiling before it gets to the output vent, it will come out the output vent as steam and dirt, as those equivalent things, but it won't state change in the pipes. So that's what we're trying to do here. Oh, we've got 300 kilos of gold, right? Gold is a really good radiant pipe material, so 50, 100, 200, 250. What else can we do with refined carbon? We're going to be making that into... Yeah, we need to make that into diamond, right? Okay, so we've got wood coming in, making massive amounts of refined carbon. We need to get that making diamond. So the other project on the list here, we need that to make diamond because remember I'm talking about losing resources and getting resources. So we're basically, we need to close a few loops here. We're dependent on sand right now for filtration. And let's say we were going to stay dependent on sand for filtration, right? We would need to mine asteroids to bring back material that's either sand directly or that can be crushed into sand. So that would require diamond-tipped rockets with mining drills, and those break over time, so you need diamond to replace and repair them. So that would mean we would want refined carbon to do that. So if we can minimize the amount of sand we use or completely mitigate the need for it at all, we get to a point where we don't have to worry about that. But if we can't accomplish that with some of the stuff I'm trying to do here, then we'll need to make sure that we're pressing that. Plus, diamond is so fucking useful. Like, if we have an unlimited amount of diamond coming in, I'm gonna be very happy about I'm gonna be very happy about that because temp shift plates made out of diamond are the perfect temp shift plates. If you need to move temperature through a solid tile, diamond window tiles are perfect. So we definitely want to get diamond production up. So theoretical goals for today: data rocket, which we're doing right the fuck off the bat because I'm not fucking around today. But once we get the data rocket set and into space, we're gonna have plenty of time to fuck around with other activities. So messing with this, if this works, we're fucking set. The only other thing we'd have to do is route the polluted water from over here into this system, or route that into here, which is entirely possible. This is actually probably a really good place to cook it. I mean, if this works over here, maybe we just set up a similar system over here. Rather than having this come across and down into this whole situation, we can eliminate this entirely, giving us an extra room down here to do stuff with, by the by. Let's actually disable these composters. We don't need polluted dirt turning into dirt. We've got plenty of dirt. These guys are shitting dirt all day long, so we don't need to worry about that nonsense. All right, we're refining more gold. Okay, rocket. What are we going to use for fuel? I don't think we have... Are we stuck doing a steam engine? Is that what we're stuck doing? Hold on, let me look at rocketry over here. Right, we don't have the Radbolt rockets, obviously. I would love to get a hydrogen engine going. I've never been able to get a hydrogen engine going before. That's like the bee's knees, in my opinion, right there. Do we not... I don't think we have the petroleum unlocked. Small petroleum engine. Yeah, okay, so we can't do a small petroleum engine. Steam rocket is probably what we're going to have to do. Then we've got to get steam up here. There is steam over here, right? Tried it once. Not included. Not inclined to use it more. Which one? The steam rocket? Leofar? I think a CO2 rocket would be easier. Hydrogen rocket? Yeah. I know, but it's like on the list of things I've never done. You know what I mean? The list of things I've never done in this game is like getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And hydrogen rockets is one of them. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not necessarily that I want to be doing it. It's like, I haven't. Got to try. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not going to believe this, Leofar. By the way, hello. I've never gotten space materials. I've never used supercoolant. I've never used thermium and niobium. I've never made legit insulation. So, like, I swear to God, I'm not stopping this playthrough until I've done a few of those things, because it's driving me nuts that I haven't. Because it's always the first time that's the hardest, right? It's like, okay, once I go to a planet and actually accomplish all of that stuff, then I know what it entails. Like, I know what it entails theoretically, but like the actual act of doing it, once I've done it once, I can get to it quicker. And I never seem to get there because I get obsessed with conquering my first 2 planets. You know, like, in theory, this planet is done, but in practice, there's a lot of stuff I still want to do here. You know, like, there's some good stuff to mess around with here. All right, just a quick one of these, right away. I just want to give this a little bit and see if it works. And now we can reconnect that. Just like, does that work? No. But it's not as hot in this room as it could be. Okay. I'm gonna let them build those first. Okay, so the polluted water got up to a higher temperature. I had restartitis recently because I realized I could get niobium much earlier before I go to marshy asteroid, home of tungsten, first, then superconductive asteroid, home of niobium, and I could go skip the marshy because I don't need a lot of tungsten. I could get enough from refining wolframite found in the cold biomes. What are you using tungsten for? And should I be using tungsten for something? Like, I started making a little tungsten because I know it's like one of the highest melting points type of things, so... it's good if you're trying to do like molten metal and shit. 119.4. Niobium volcano can melt almost everything. Yeah. What did I just look at? So we need to get this to 120 degrees in 1 kilo packets. See, like what we're doing right now. Why am I doing this? Like this project has now acquired all of my attention. And like this is not the main project for the day, right? Like if we can get this to work, I'll put in an auto sweeper and a conveyor loader here to get the dirt out and like move it, or sand out and move it somewhere, but Niobium volcano can melt almost anything, so I need tungsten to tame it. Very Ani. The name of the... Right, you've got time. You've got time. I know, Aya. Okay. I'll calm it down. I mean, it might literally just be a matter of, like... How much gold do we have? It might literally just come down to, like, getting the room a little hotter, or we might just need to, like, snake these around a little bit more. Tungsten is mostly just used for rocketry automation stuff, but mostly you'll turn it into thermium. Yeah. Oh, tungsten gets turned into thermium. Okay. I know there's some, like, positive loop where you turn niobium into thermium and then therbium back into niobium, and, like, you have an infinite amount of niobium somehow. Is that... Am I remembering that correctly from watching Francis? Gotcha. Okay. This is one of those reasons where I love streaming games as opposed to just playing games. Because when you stream them, you get the opportunity to learn stuff like this. So we're also fighting the fact that we're running this room cold for the CO2. With niobium volcanoes is even if you only get one, it can outperform 4 tungsten volcanoes. That's crazy. Alright, time for me to check some statistics here. So steel, specific heat capacity of 4.9, thermal conductivity of 54. Thermal conductivity is 60. So theoretically gold would be the better one to run these radiant pipes with. Maybe we put in a second one of these thermal sensors over here. Because it's 128 over here, and it's 170 something over here, right? Maybe we split these up. We just put like this steam turbine on this automation, and then these 4 can go on an automation for over here. Nether, just let it be for now. Let's get a rocket built. I know I don't need to do this, but no. Let's not do extra things. Rocket platform 326. So it's gonna have to be a steam engine, right? Like, we don't really have options on that. Does it matter what we make it out of? Only used for actual temp transfer stuff. Niobium too, because it's like better gold. Cozy days, yes sir, Tom. I'm just gonna make everything out of steel. We'll just get there eventually. We'll do it like Julie does. We'll put the that thing on the bottom. I have so much to do too, but I am doing minor things instead. Yeah, same thing. Like, I'm like, who cares about getting into space? Let's figure out how to close the sand loop without space. Okay, so I made that out of iron ore. That's probably not the right thing to make it out of. I'm an idiot. If we're gonna do that, we should probably make you out of steel, and then go like that. Get that out of there. Like, the thing is like, I kind of like the idea of, like, Classic Ani, where you have a single map. But when I play Classic Ani, the map is just too big. I just find myself not caring. I'm like, ugh. Like, I like the digestible size of the spaced out asteroids, but without having to go into space. Like, I like the idea of having, like, the first 2 planets. Once I start getting into rocketry, I start feeling like, yeah, but, yeah, you know, but whatever it is. So I'm not sure. How much ceramic do we have? 28 tons of ceramic. We are just wood to refine carbon, wood to refine carbon. Okay. What does ceramic take? Is that coal? Let's do more ceramic. We're already processing the wood as it comes in. Got me riled up to do rocketry so early is just my love for niobium and hate for steel bottleneck. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. The thing is like, there's projects I've never gotten to do that I kind of want to do. Like, I've never gotten to do a sour gas boiler, because you really can't do one in any type of reasonable way without space materials. I'd love to be able to be like, hey, it doesn't matter when we run out of magma at all, because we're going to shove a thermium aqua tuner in here to bring us the heat instead of this thing. You know what I mean? Like, because we could literally just go in here, and instead of having magma drop here, we just make a little box, stick a thermium aqua tuner in there, and then replace this whole heat deletion device down here with a liquid tapidizer or whatever, and then we can run, you know, just all sorts of things. We could even run the petroleum through a glass pane so that the heat we're using to cook the petroleum is dumping chill into a spot to cool down the petroleum. I love the whole nuclear power you did a long time ago. Yeah, me too, Killer. Nuclear power was awesome. That was a good time. Okay, so we're going to need a nose cone. So that takes up some space. We've got the compartment. Does the steam turbine require an oxidizer? Or the steam engine? No, right? I don't think a steam engine... Right. Yeah, so we don't need an oxidizer tank for a steam rocket. I don't know how we're going to get steam up here without some effort, but, you know, we'll figure it out here in a second. So we're going to want a battery. We don't need artifact or critter. I would like to be able to scroll this without zooming in and out. Oh my god. Why is it backwards? Robo-pilot module, no. Orbital cargo module, no. Rover module, no. Trailblazer, no. Large liquid fuel tank, no. Solid fuel tank, no. Large solid oxidized, no. Cargo, 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 no. So is this literally like we just... Oh, I don't have a lot of glass. That was the bottleneck. And this is probably why people do CO2 rockets, because you don't need to... Okay, so we need glass. So I feel like that kind of brings us back down here. Because if I can move this, I can take the sand that's here and turn this into a glass forge. Except for the fact that glass forge is going to be... I mean, it's a cold room, so we might end up with broken pipes because that's... I mean, we got to do something, right? We're going to build the rocket. Okay, yeah. So let's go down this end. Let's put in another one of these thermosensors. And do that. And we'll run these 3 generators off the thermosensors. Maybe even these 4. Alright, let's let this room heat up a little bit, then we'll hit that. In the meanwhile, I don't know, maybe one of these days we will run like a classic asteroid type situation. But I don't know. I like Spaced Out a lot. I feel like I don't want to be this guy, but I feel like especially with things like research, classic Spaced Out is just too easy, or classic Ani is just too easy compared to Spaced Out. It's almost like I'm looking for a middle ground, you know? The non-moonlit ones are perfect for me. You mean for the classic? Since I don't do a lot of rocketry too, I never know if I'm doing things correctly. I'm over here just like, maybe I should... Like, do I need bunker tiles up the side of this, up to like here, and then stuff on the outside? Like, if I was to, like, think about this, I'd be like, all right, let's do, like, that. I don't know. I don't know anything about space. I really should be paying more attention to stuff like this, but... And like putting in one of those guys and grabbing like this and just being like boop, and then grabbing one of these and being like boop, right? Do we need to put 3 of these so that we could like crush the air in the middle? There's spaced out classic, spaced out normal, and moonlets. I like the mid ones. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not 100% sure. You got 1 biggish asteroid, 2 smaller asteroids. Yeah, moonlets are 5 small ones. Are you? Oh, so in the main menu, are you talking about like clicking on? You have spaced out active, and then when the choice comes up, classic, spaced out, or lab, you pick spaced out or you pick classic. Exclude the outer asteroids here because they all have it. Okay. Because we did a classic sized asteroid on a Vulcania asteroid. And that was a fun playthrough. It just went on forever, and it got to the point where I was like, I didn't know enough about stuff, and I'd made so many mistakes. There's 3 choices, classic, spaced out, the lab. Yep. I don't think this rocket's going to melt the obsidian, but... Also, how are we going to bring steam over here? You really built it in that order, huh? Let's build the door and the automation wire, but leave the switch out, and we'll build ourselves onto the wrong side of things. And then one of the worst building dupes is going to build it. Okay. Excavation, agriculture, strength. Not loving any of these. Not that we need a construction booster, because we're not getting heavy into the bionic stuff, but... Flip this moonlet. So you got 4 other nearby asteroids that are same is in size. There's 3 ones that are mid-size, then 5 moonlets. Flipped is a moonlet, so you got 4 other nearby asteroid. And the same is in size. Okay. There you go, Amelia. These have the potential to put out... Right, and then we need a wire to connect them. 60, 60, 60. Oh, and I can't actually... Can I not access that from the right side? Probably not, right? So, like, if I grab power... Didn't see how you dealt with the left side magma. Oh, I mean, the VOD from last time is most of it. Mostly pitcher pumps. Just, we had a whole bunch of bottle emptiers over here, and we would just put in obsidian pitcher pumps and make sure they didn't hit the magma. And we just had the dupes move it. Very, very brute force attack approach to it. Oh, and if you have any suggestions or like critiques about what I'm doing, I am bad at rocketry. So if I'm building this like an asshole, just tell me, because like I suck, man. When it comes to rockets, there's a few things I can do well. Rockets is not one of them. I legitimately just copy Francis John's designs. Where is a dupe? Right, you can't. What would be the goal of the rocket first? Research one, explore. Research. I want to make data disks, so. I mean, we've got butt tons of plastic. I basically want to get this into space, get making data disks. Doing nothing wrong. Okay. Trying to figure out how many solar panels we're going to need. Totally just going to yoink this setup because he just replaces this thing with the data maker thing machine. Like, yeah, so if I remember correctly, he uses this one, puts the data machine here. Once he's done all the data research, he pulls it out and puts in the telescope like this. So, this is kind of the goal. So, like, if we view interior, we need to deconstruct this. Oh, wait. Not quite. That would go there. That goes there. Tile doesn't really matter. We'll make it out of granite. I legitimately forgot how to flip. What is it? Is it? Oh, yeah. There needs to be the floor there before it'll do that. Put that there at the start to get plastic in there. I can't see. Okay, yeah, he's got the sensor there. So we put a vent here. We put a... gas pipe element sensor here. Grab this guy, go like that. Put you there. Did I close that? Desktop. Ani. There we go. I don't know. We'll put that over here for now. So we're going to want a refrigerator there, but then up here we want another refrigerator for rads. Right. Opens the vent if there's oxygen, and if not, flows past the vent, right? And then we're going to want liquid pipe for water. I keep forgetting all of the things that we need, and this is like more or less just... I guess we could go all the way over to here too, right? So that can't get built there. Right. And then it's gonna overflow if not. Now how does that overflow? Like I don't know, I don't think it matters too much, but so they got a lot to build. Coming back down here to this problem. Yeah, I think I want to snip that and add this to the equation. This one will just deal with the fact that it gets hot in that corner, because that aqua tuner is one of the hardest working aqua tuners ever. 100% uptime. This aqua tuner just runs non-stop. I think that's the main base. Oh no, that's this industrial area aqua tuner. That makes sense. Like, we're chilling down a lot of fucking heat with that guy. That's why we have 2 of them in series. Okay, fair enough, game. What happened? My setup was called a sweatshop by another streamer because it's just 6 databank makers and 9 dupes in space. I suggest putting all the required building outside the build space just so you see all the things you need to fit. Never mind, you have I do have a reference, yes. I'm not one of those people who takes pride in designing his own rockets. I find designing the rocket interior to be kind of tedious, so I never wanted to sit down and do it. Like, I just literally copy Francis John's designs, and I'm like, there it is, that's the rocket. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, I feel kind of bad in the sense that, like, yeah, 20 tons of plastic should be plenty of plastic. I feel kind of bad in the sense of like, oh, well, you didn't figure the game out yourself. But honestly, I think I probably watched upwards of almost, however many hours Francis John had of Ani videos out before I bought Ani, I watched all of it. So minimum several hundred, maybe like upwards of 1,000 hours of Ani gameplay I watched before I ever considered buying the game. So in my mind, it's like, it doesn't really matter. It's like, you know what I mean? I want to get these bits built first so I can put the tiles that I need to put up there. The Ani is so complex enough, it doesn't matter if you just copying someone, you end up with different systems altogether. Like maybe you got more volcanoes. Yeah. And that's the thing is, I don't do everything the same way Francis does. Like that would just be insane. I just realized the amount of infrastructure I need to get this actually working. Oh Jesus, I still have petroleum here. Now on the plus side, we do have a pump here. On the minus side, it would go right through these natural tiles, which I don't want it to do. This pump could just... And it's a good way to at least get something built, see it work, and then understand it. Yeah, exactly. Alright, for right now, we might need to reconfigure this later if we need another pump, but I don't think we're going to need another pump. So we're going to grab this out of igneous rock. We're going to bring that over there. We still have to figure out how we're going to get... what is it called? How we're going to get steam in there. Literally, this is a one-time use rocket. This is like, it's going into space. It's going to make all of the things that we need. It's going to make all the data disks. It's going to come home and it's going to get decommissioned. Lark, have fun. Gonna get my eyeballs checked for possible upgrades. Hell yeah! Gotta upgrade the Bionics sometimes. Do we need... We don't need a liquid output, do we? The toilet just outputs to the opposite side of the thing, so that doesn't matter. So, like... build all of this out of obsidian. We're going to put you there. I'll build it out of obsidian. I mean, we have tons of obsidian. No, no, we'll just do that. We'll patch into this. And we'll do that. We'll snip it so it doesn't... We will snip it there so it doesn't start pumping liquid till we're ready. And that will get us water in for our toilet. Now, I don't want to send gas a long distance, so... I mean, can we just dump enough chill into a block that, like... Like, if I just build, like, somewhere over here, just build a box, fill it with water, put an aqua tuner in there, and a pump, like, we just dump the temperature into, like, a block, right? Well, fuck. It's, yeah, because it might freeze the water inside, right? What's the freezing point on ethanol? Really low, right? $114 God. It might legitimately be easier to go in here and stick a pump in here. That's not very hot steam to get all the way across the top here. Like, we're guaranteed to have breaks. Oh, God. I mean, we could redo this thing. We're gonna have to do that, aren't we? Alright. Well, we're all over the goddamn place anyway. Why don't we just take it a step further, right? We'll put in a way to temperature control the room. Slap in one of these pumps. I'd love to do it out of ceramic. I don't know if we have enough ceramic to do that. We've got 32 tons of ceramic. Is that enough to do a line down the way? I don't want to do that. The other way is gas bridges are like a way to cheat it. You know what? Let's do that. I've never done the cheaty, like... Usually you do this for, like, hydrogen and liquid hydrogen and oxygen, right? So they should be able to reach that there. I mean, it'll take them a little longer to build, but our dupes are badass, so they'll get it done, right? Perfect. Saves us on material because the bridge goes 3 tiles when you only uses 50, whereas 1 tile of regular pipe is 400, so we're saving material. And the bridges kind of, they teleport from here to here. So they have less time to exchange heat. Something, something. I don't know. This is supposed to help. You know, I never think about this when I start doing rocketry either. I'm always like, oh yeah, we'll build a rocket and launch it today. It's like, yeah, Nether, how are you going to get fuel to it? How are you going to get water to it? It's like, oh, right. It's not just like building the rocket. We need like legit infrastructure. Okay, at 160 degrees there, if we send in a couple of single packets, just for a tester, now that is what we're looking for. Hey, Barb! Welcome to the madness. Cheers. How are you? Blub blub all day long. Now, is that something we can do to have work consistently? Let's do a little snip snip here and see if we can push consistent. Oh yeah, we got to get the 4th one going. Otherwise, we're not going to have enough. Let's do priority 7 on those. Get those built up. Have surgery on the... I know. I remember. Are you nervous? The job released me so I don't have to leave in the middle of the month. Oh, so you don't work there anymore? Back to having free time? Hell yeah. For some reason to me, when you zoom in close, all the noise from the machines are actually... Yeah, that's just how it is, Killer. I'm sorry about that. I don't think this can work full time, like long term. Maybe? Okay. Sent my monitor to get fixed today, but the store said the dude who fixes it is on vacation. Is it worth it to fix a monitor? I mean, I guess if it's an expensive one. Getting it back next week. Cool. But I'm not full of money to spend on a new one. Okay, yeah, as long as it's less expensive. Like, it would have cost me more to repair my small monitor over here because it's like an old VGA thing. It's like worth like $50 because repair places don't charge by the value of the object. I used to work at a repair shop. Repair places charge by their hourly. So if you've got like a $50 monitor and it's going to take them an hour to fix it, it's going to cost more to fix it than if you buy a new one. But if you've got a monitor, like I have, my main monitor is like a $500 monitor, so that I would pay to get fixed because it's likely that it's less expensive to fix my good one than it is to buy another equivalent. But yeah, I'm sure you did the cost analysis. You're smart. I am smart. Yep. Okay. This was a nice idea, but this is not going to work. We might end up converting this whole area to a hot brick. It would be just such a major fucking... Oh, God, such a major surgical destruction. And this wouldn't be able to be here. Ugh. God, I'd almost rather start a new game. Fuck. That's why I don't run cold bricks. Don't have an answer. I don't care. Everything we just built has got to get deconstructed. Well, it was a fun thought. We're running out of sand, though. So I don't have an answer for this problem. Not that we're running out of sand, but we're running out of sand. So I guess ranching poke shells? I don't want to ranch poke shells. Let's just get the rocket into space. We'll deal with the sand loop after. That's right. I was trying to get some more glass. We're running the petroleum generators full time so that we can get the water. Because we need water positive processes to deal with the fact that we're short on water sources. So we need those to run. They're generating a considerable amount of heat, which we could use to our advantage. Yeah, I think we have to convert. I think we have to convert it to a hot brick. We were running it as a cold brick because we wanted to feed cold CO2 down to our plants here. But we're putting CO2 into here and using our ethanol loop to cool it down. I don't know if the ethanol loop would be able to keep up with the amount of cooling necessary for the hot CO2. Because we couldn't just let the CO2 fall. But then again, we don't actually need most... Yeah. We've got so much CO2 over here from running our ethanol distilleries. Like, I kind of feel like if we are ever low on CO2 that was... I don't know. Let's just print the pip. All right, there's a few things we got to sort out. Let's solve the problem at hand, though. Let's get some glass. I'm going to deconstruct the rock crusher, and I'm going to put in a glass forge. Do we have a place for polluted water? Like, I swear... Yeah, this was our polluted water tank. So let's... I guess let's deconstruct that and then rebuild the tank, and that way we can sweep the polluted water out of there. Is that a thing? And we've got regular water. Right, we wanted to get a way to put regular water back in as well, which could go in through here. If we get rid of one of these statues, I could just put one of these here and bridge onto that line. Yep. So let's get a liquid bridge. Put that like that. Insulated. Do we need it to be insulated? I don't think I need it to be insulated, but we're going to put that there. It's such a weird feeling, because we're so far into this playthrough, and I don't want to say I want to start a new playthrough, but part of me is like, oh, I learned so much from the problems in this one. I know how to do something else, but also I'm not sure what we would do as far as, like, what planet we would start on. Like, we started on Flipped, because I don't think we've actually done a legit playthrough on Flipped before. I mean, we could do Radioactive Ocean, in theory. But I don't want to start over. I want to get this playthrough going. I just kind of feel like we keep backpedaling to solve problems. Like, if we have to... Yeah, I think we're going to have to do major reconstruction over here. We'll wind up swapping out all of these insulated tiles down here for mesh tiles. Which will mean the water will fall. Actually, this one where this dumps back in, we'll probably make these solid tiles so that it cooks and doesn't drop all the way down to the bottom. We'll have to lower these guys down, put radiant pipe going into them instead of insulated pipe. Fuck, there's so much to do. I don't even know if I could put a glass forge in here, because the pipes might be in the way. I mean, we're not going to run out of hot rock anytime soon to keep this place cooking. God, part of me just hates rocketry. I'm not going to lie. Part of me hates rocketry. We're just going to set this back to just go when it's ready to go. We have the thermo sensors in there in case we need them, but... Oh, they can't actually reach those. There we go. Burn me, let it burn slowly. Okay, so they'll get that in there eventually. We're just sweeping a lot of other shit. Let me guess. They're not building this stuff because we don't have ceramic. Right. They let me queue it up as ceramic, but we don't have... Okay, whatever. We're making more ceramic as we go. I'll let them finish that, finish that as the need arises here. Water pipe, however, looks like it's sorted, so... here's a good question. How hot is that water? 25°C, perfect. Okay. We need to solve this problem. Our sand is ticking down like a freaking time bomb here. If we don't solve it, we got to come up with a temporary solution at least. I need to get that water sieve out of there. We can't be running it that hard that much. That's just not going to work. Dear God. Breathe, Nether, breathe. Like, I want to focus on getting this rocket into space, but I'm also over here like, I can't let that much sand go the wayside. How are we going to deal with this, right? All right, we got a bit of a noodle scratcher here. I want to keep the buffer tank for the main base loop, but I feel like it's going to be difficult to do that and swap this out. All right. Let me take a quick restroom break, guys, and I think better when I get up and walk around for a second. I'm going to put up the links to Bobby's music, run a quick commercial interlude, and I will see everybody back here in a few minutes. Thanks for your eyeballs. All right, everybody, I'm back. And I have no idea how to solve this problem. Like, legitimately have no idea how to solve this. Like, I've got ideas, but not really. Right? Like, we need to get polluted water up to 120 degrees to cook it. Our petroleum is coming out of here at 117 degrees, so even if we used this, by the time it gets over here, it's 114, or 150. It's losing like 2.5 degrees, right? Just not that much, but it's still not over the necessary amount to cook it. We're going through sand at an unreasonable rate because I'm pumping all of the water from these 5 petroleum generators through a water sieve. So sand has become a counter that a timer that we can't deal with. So I'm thinking about converting this cold brick to a hot brick, but I don't know that we're even going to have enough heat at that point to do it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out how we're going to cook this stuff. And if we just go on faith that we're going to be able to cook it in here, if we turn this to a hot room, then I got to figure out where I'm going to put the liquid reservoir for the base cooling loop, because we don't have space for that. I'd say make it into hot brick. The key thing to do is heat up the generators first before running them. Yeah. Basically, yeah, we'd convert it to a hot brick. We'd continue running it like this until the pipes start to burst. Water comes at the temp of the building. Right. So we can run the we can use these thermosensors to keep it hot in here. And then when the polluted water comes out, okay. Yeah. Okay, that's what we need to do then. All right. Rocketry on hold. That can all go down to a priority 1. The fine print. Polluted water comes out. No, I did not. That makes sense now that I makes sense why my previous hot bricks didn't work. All right, let's deal with the first problem. Where are we going to move the liquid buffer? I'm thinking if we can move these transformers, we could put the base's liquid buffer up here, because it comes through there anyway. So how are we going to do that in a reasonable way? Okay, I got an idea. So let's take the conductive wire bridge and jump here instead of over there for this one. I can literally take this down like that. And then we can run a lead wire like this. Something like that. Ani has to point out things more. Some processes use the input temp as basic, some use the building temp. Yeah. Okay. So this is the project for now then. We got to deal with this. I ignored this the whole time we were working on magma, right? So these things are supplying power to this whole system here. So we're going to move those... We're going to get rid of these and move them over here. This wire will come over and supply that temperature. No. Yeah, it'll jump over this. Okay. I think one of the interesting things about this game, and something that probably keeps a lot of people coming back for more, is the fact that once you build the problems, you have to figure out how to deal with those problems. Why are we making that out of gold amalgam? Okay, we're not. Okay. You have to figure out how to solve the problems in a way that doesn't shut the base down, right? Like, that no longer needs to go there, because it's going there over here. So we can delete this. Some has fixed numbers. Okay. And then in theory, we could run the bathroom polluted water over here as well. We have to reroute our cooling loop for the steam turbines, because that's going in a crazy direction now. How are we going to do that becomes the question. Okay. Like, I'd love to just bring it across here, but then we got to reroute our ethanol loop. But we're probably going to have to reroute our ethanol loop anyway, right? Like, I guess if we move the this ethanol line over a little bit, but then the ethanol loop doesn't have a buffer, because of course the ethanol loop doesn't have a buffer, because I was like, oh, I'm not going to worry about it. Yourself in me. Please just don't stop. Okay. We got to do the work. There's no way around it, right? So we're going to need you to go there. We're going to need you to build there. We're going to need you to come down like that. So that needs to get built so we can move the ethanol loop enough so that we have enough space to jump the regular the loop for that thing. So we're going to grab, I don't know, we're going to grab you and bring you over there. Then we're going to need you to go there, and we're going to need insulated pipe there, and pretty much every spot along here. And then there. Okay, this is the game. I mean, it'll clean up this whole pipe system quite a bit, so there is that. What a goddamn mess. Okay. So that is going there. What I hate when I have this problem is that at the end it doesn't look like much. Yeah, it's like, there's part of me that's running into this and I'm like, okay, I learned a lesson, never run a cold break. And there's part of me that's like, fuck it, we should just start a new playthrough. But I was just talking about how I don't want to start a new playthrough. Because like, like you were talking about the chronic restart-itis. It's like I always get to the point where I'm just barely starting to fuck with space, and I'm like, all right, let's start a new playthrough. And I don't want to do that to myself this time. I want to get somewhere with this playthrough. You know what I mean? And it's like, it just feels weird. It's just like, Alright, that's getting the power it needs. I believe that you'll get to space in this run. I mean, sure, why not? Well, it's also the added situation, Leofar, of like, I'm streaming the game, right? At the end of the day, if this isn't entertaining for people, it's time to start a new run. You know what I mean? Like, if it's just me playing off camera, no problem. I'll sit here for the next, 25 days. Like I'll sit here for the next 1,000 cycles honing in and making the base absolutely perfect before I even go into space and not give a shit. But at the same time, it's like I can't spend every single stream reworking the same stuff and like fixing the same problems and have it be reasonably entertaining. You know what I mean? So there's the added pressure of like being the streamer on top. But I'm trying to treat this as a more casual style playthrough in general, so okay, so what I need to do is get you on ethanol, and I need to put you on like a 9. I need ethanol delivered to that. We'll be fine. So then we need to snip that there. We need to put this there, and then we need to put that there. Then we need to snip that, deconstruct that, and deconstruct that. Then this has to come through here. And bridge over like that. And then we need a bridge here that connects there. I was so proud of this setup when I did it initially. Okay. So that's gonna go like that. Good news, I got a lava farm set up. Hell yeah! Lava farms are awesome. Now if I want to empty this... then I've got to snip the input. Blub, 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 blub. Alright, looks like the new cooling loop over here can be plugged in. To snip that for a second while the old line bleeds off. Okay. That hooks in, that goes like that. That hooks in like that. You get deconstructed. You get reconnected. Then we can delete a lot of pipes, which is going to clean this whole thing up. The funny thing is running this as a cold brick was so much more work to me. People talk about how much work it is to run a hot brick, and I'm like, dude, running a cold brick has been a lot more work for me than running a hot brick. There's just so much more piping to do. Like, squeezing all this extra piping in here for a cooling loop to freeze this place has just been a nightmare. Like, that feels so good to rip all of that out of there. I need to replace this with steel. Why did I have this battery here? This battery's not even connected to anything. We don't need you. Cool. Shut those down for now. This is made out of copper. That's gotta go. That needs to get broken. Alright. Can we swap this out fast enough that we don't burn our entire battery bank? We're going to wind up moving stuff multiple times, guys. It's just going to be one of those, like, we have one missing puzzle piece to play with, and so we're just going to be shifting things around. Like, I'm rebuilding this tank here, but there's a good chance that this tank is just going to move. We have static printables. Probably have real printables. Council of Bros is talking about Minecraft, Leofar. You can use dripstone to make magma in cauldrons if you have lava sources above. Okay. What happened? Finn Falk is following. Thank you so much, Finn. Much appreciated. Don't know if you're lurking out there or if you're, whatever, but thank you so much. Appreciate it. We are doing things. So I think next up, we gotta move these down one at a time. Luckily, the line is running along the bottom. Unluckily, this one's gonna be a pain in the dick to move down because that's jumping over. We can't have that jump. So this has got to change, which is easy enough. When I play Minecraft, I like to play sustainably. I don't want to dig up stuff that can't be generated. Oh yeah. We're in the process of making a bunch of farms. Like we made a massive. Is there stuff in here? Is that petroleum gonna fall on the floor and get pumped? Is there a way to empty inventory? Okay, we gotta shut off this pump then, and that's not gonna do it. I don't even know. Instead of mining iron before, I just really wait for golems to spawn. Yeah, makes sense. Right, of course they get called to lunch. Areas that tend to use or rehabilitate. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. My single player world, my main focus for the long time was infrastructure. Oh, it does come out in a bottle. Okay, that makes me happy. Okay, so now the problem is, oh my god. Alright, we'll switch it to this temporarily. I'm just gonna have to do these one at a fucking time. No, let's just stay on slow and steady. We've got time. We've got time. We can't get gold amalgam anywhere on the map, so we're going to take 2 tons of gold amalgam, because of course we are. Please deconstruct that thing. Alright, drink some coffee. So now we can put one here. Yay! It takes that long to build that, huh? Okay, so we're just going to move things one at a time. We got to make a few adjustments to the pipe as we go through here. We probably will end up moving quite a few things once we get our actual situation sorted here. Like, there's really no reason for this liquid buffer to be here when we're going to be running these over here. Right, that makes sense that that's off because of the automation we have. You need to just run straight through there. And then we're going to deconstruct that building. We're going to make sure they mop as we go so we don't have to deal with the fact that that stuff's cold. We're starting to come up in temperature. This thing's made out of copper ore, so it doesn't matter. That's got to get deconstructed no matter what. These are made out of copper ore, so we're going to deconstruct these one at a time, too. We're going to hope that we have enough steel for this entire goddamn project. Got 32 tons. Should work, right? Get rid of those blocks eventually. You're going to be made out of steel. Right, and now that cooling loop is barely running because it's only cooling the steam turbines. And it should be plenty of power. If we had 5 steam turbines running flat out, one aqua tuner would just barely handle it with polluted water. We've got 2 hooked up, and we've got 6 because one of them is dealing with the hydrogen vent, but none of this stuff runs flat out, nor will it ever really run flat out if we do this way. So we should be okay. We just gotta take our time to do this the right way. Yeah, and since that's gone, we're just gonna have to have faith that what we're doing is right. I mean, this is... Oh. So let's just start cleaning these pipes up, too. Fuck it. We're committed. We're committed to the madness. So let's, Actually, yeah. We'll delete this up to here. Because we're going to have to hook these up to a system for dealing with moving the water back to our storage tank. And it'll be coming through there at 95 degrees. Which will be fun in and of itself. And then this wire is going to be jumping differently once we get it through here. Oh my god. I hate it. I legitimately hate this. No, sir, I don't like it. Temporarily, we're going to go like that. We're going to move this line to come down through here. That's going to jump there. That'll jump across there. And go there. Oh, except they can't reach that, so we got to cancel that temporarily. I swear we'll get to space one day, guys. And, I might be lying. I'm a little discouraged right now with this playthrough, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like so much of this playthrough has just been chasing problems rather than building concrete systems that work well. But I mean, we were trying new things. I always build a hot brick. I was like, no, this time we'll build a cold brick because it makes sense for the Alvia Vero. But like the Alvia Vero, we're getting plenty of CO2 to chew on, and we've got like hundreds of tons of oxalite. Literally 235 tons of oxalite. So, and we're cooling the CO2 in here, so it's not like it has to be something. I do cold brick only for things dupes operate on. Yeah. I wanted to keep it cold because I didn't want to accidentally stifle any of the freezing plants, but we are pumping it into an infinite storage where there is a cooling loop freezing it with ethanol. And even if this got too hot to worry about, I don't think it matters if we keep these plants fully CO2'd up, and if we really ever needed CO2, we're cooling down this entire area over here, so we can just literally empty one of these tanks and turn on the ethanol distilleries for a hot second. Which we could even automate at that point, theoretically, I suppose. So, I know we're going to have to move this. right? Because we're going to need this space for the liquid shutoff, which is a good thing this space is still here. It's already up to 62 degrees in here. Okay, so then we can snip that there. It's not essential that this stay on right now, so we can delete that stuff. That's for the sweepers and stuff down here. That could go off for a second. It can deal with backfilling that in a minute. Yeah, and I feel like in the future, what I should do is instead of stacking the aqua tuners like this, either the top or the bottom should be aqua tuners and batteries, and then the other side should be transformers, because the transformers need it run along the top, and the batteries and aqua tuners need it run along the bottom. So if all the aqua tuners were down here, then I could just run this straight across the bottom, and if all of these were up here, I could just run it straight along the top, which is what we should have done. I don't know, Lost. I think I'm losing. I think the game won this one. Getting my ass handed to me a little bit here. Much like yesterday on RimWorld. Yeah, unfortunate. How are you doing? Doing alright? Good, good. I mean, I'm doing pretty good. It's just, we're not working on what I thought we would be working on today. You know how it goes when you're like, oh yeah, I got this project I want to do. And then it turns out that that project, is not the one you're going to be able to do on a reasonable basis. We're basically just like rerouting the entire base at the moment. ADHD, yep. I mean, luckily we weren't, like, at the limit with our power at any point in here. We weren't like, okay, shit, we're making 11,000 and we're using 10,500. We're, like, way under using our power, so it's not the biggest of deals here, but... that was 2. $140 away. Oh, from meat suit maintenance? Is that what we're doing? I can't get to that thing. Of course I can't. So let's just break one of these again. Do a squat. All right, killer. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna build that there. All right, let's do some squats. Twice, huh? Okay. Let's make sure my pants aren't gonna fall off, and let's do 10 of them. Okay, 10 of them. That's hard. Oh wait, these don't have overheat temperatures. Double squats, yep. Hey, wait, strength training. Just have them mop something that's constantly putting out water. The craft in the game I'm playing needs wood and leather, and I'm like out. Yeah, we went through tons of wood making that creeper farm. Like all of my spruce, a bunch of my jungle. Killer had some in the mix too, I think. Like that creeper farm. Amelia, I bet if I move you, you'll reprioritize. Yep. Oh, you're not on Minecraft. Gotcha. Sorry. More iron? Thank you, Killer. I don't know if we're gonna need it immediately, but we will need it, right? Just God, okay. What do we have? 93 tons of iron ore. Amalgam. I don't even know. I don't even know. Here, just do forever so we can get some heat going here. pizzeria item shop. Oh, cool. Just get them mopping that up. See, and then we run into the problem that this is for an ice loop down here. So this is going to pick up a bunch of heat. I don't know what I'm doing. Can't get up to that if the generators are in the way. We're going to replace all this with ceramic because it's a better insulator. Kind of have to do the same thing over here, which means we're going to have to jump up on this whole situation. Like, that all needs to be ceramic. That needs to be ceramic. That all needs to be ceramic. Just make ceramic forever. Now we've got polluted oxygen in here, which is going to be a whole thing. About a stack plus blocks, and I'm going AFK in my iron farm. Sounds good, killer. I look forward to iron projects. We got a lot of work to do for the auto crafters and the sugarcane. Between yesterday's failure at RimWorld and today's rebuild of this and not being able to get on the new projects, I'm honestly feeling a little beaten, guys. Gonna have to mop that because, of course, we are. That can go. this? That's not steel, so that's got to go. That's not steel, so that's got to go. I don't even know that we need this here anymore, but we're going to put it there. Right, I guess it's filling those things, right? I mean, I guess we crack this open and hope for the best. This whole area needs to get redone. I'm going to deconstruct you. Okay, I guess let's do it. I don't know why I made these out of wolfram iron. I don't know why I did anything in this playthrough. Well, let's see what happens. Sounds good, Lost. About a stack plus one. Okay. No turning back now. I just need to close my browser. Gotcha. Dupes, gotta love dupes, doing the things, doing the dupe. There was a bug that was causing a very little window with the word close. Oh, okay. You know what? Can we get by without these things being on for a second? Is that possible? Because, like, we have hydrogen generators that never kick on, and I'm not sure how much friggin' juice we're sucking down either. 4 kilowatts. Oh yeah, we definitely need those on. The whole team's just down here mopping till this heat gets up, right? I need a vacation, guys. It hurts to exist right now. Might as well redo this entire setup. This last 2 days have just broken me, guys. I'm just... You're made of copper. I hate doing this. I just, this thing. Liquid shut off. Out of steel. Hey Mike, how are you? Messed up when you made coffee? Oof. It's a hard one. If it makes you feel any better, I messed up everything about this base. And I want to cry. Oh, and I didn't set this correctly. Not that it matters. Breathe, Nether. Do a squat. All right, Mike. All right. I'll do. Frustrated, Mike. Very frustrated. Nothing to do with you guys. Just not happy with this playthrough right now. I'm really burnt out on this fucking playthrough. It's fucking me up. What the fuck happened? Why is there petroleum in this line? Went the other way. Yay. Thanks, Lost. I am so fucking broken right now. Yeah. Alright. I'll hydrate. Thank you. Yeah. Doesn't mean everyone is as merciful, yeah. Sorry, guys. Shit gets to me. I always talk about how it's important to be a real person and, you know, put that forward even on the internet, and I'm just... I don't know. I'm having one of those self-doubty moments where I'm like, God, all I'm good at is video games, and if I'm not even good at that anymore, so it kind of feels shitty, you know? with the people. Thank you, Mike. You guys want to know how else I'm fucking up? Just pumping all the wrong stuff into the container. Because I don't have a filter. Reminds me of this really popular clip going around on YouTube where a character has an existential crisis because they basically get told they aren't good at the one thing they're good at. In game, it's okay to be bad as long as you are having fun. Portal from the nether roof to my base is all fucked up. I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun. That's the problem. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that problem now. I think I might be done with this playthrough, guys. I know, lost. Yeah. I was so happy with so many things in this playthrough, and now I'm just like... I'm trying to think if I just let it sit for a couple of days, if I'll be excited to come back to it and fix it, or if I should just end this playthrough and start a new one. I know, it's not that I feel obligated to you guys, Lost. I know, honestly, you guys are better to me than I am to me. I'm not happy with me. You know, it's not that I feel like I owe you guys anything. I feel like I owe myself something, and I'm fucking up. And, how I don't know. I think I just might be broken for the day, guys. I think I should end stream because I don't have any words left. I'm like not feeling good about myself right now. So I think I'm gonna do that. Let's see if we can raid over to somebody. I'm gonna take a long walk and what the fuck did I... Well, thanks, Willison. I appreciate that. I don't know. Hey, let's raid over to Platinum. He's almost never playing when I get done, because we're usually playing a lot later. And Platt's really awesome. He's playing Demon Souls Part 2. Thanks, Killer. Yeah, Platt's awesome. He's all about, like, mental health awareness and chronic illness and all of that stuff. He's a really good guy. He came in and found us during Minecraft. But, yeah, I'm just gonna, I don't know, guys. I'll see everybody later. I just can't right now. Take it easy.
I couldn't possibly say them right now.